We come out here twice a year. We're more on the services on the medical side than I would say health, but not as much on the wellness side yet.
Okay.
That's not that it couldn't change. And as you can see, if you walked around, you could see now we've got pots and pans. We've got patios. That's going more towards the home show. But the thought process is seniors buy everything. So why not put it in one room? If they're interested, they'll stop. If they're not, they'll move on.
Okay, so the people that are participating here, like this is from Kroger's here, Smith, but some of these people, they're out here from Vegas, they come now, and you do 18 a year, so they're gathering their clients from these shows. They're getting enough people interested in what they have
They're
to
coming
offer.
out here trying to give the services to the Mesquite people. Some of the vendors, some of the people will say, oh, we don't have these types of services here in Mesquite. So they go to Vegas. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're bringing them to them here.
But what can they get here? What did you say somebody from going to Vegas by this show?
It's a good question. I mean, I'm not sure if they would. I think
I'm not trying to be a
no, it's okay.
I'm just
I
saying
think some of the places will have offices in Mesquite as well. But if they don't, then they would have to go to Vegas. Yeah. So it's just like, oh, if you need this service, we just want to make sure you know it's available. But they would go to Vegas.
Your company puts this together. You're not advocating for any one company that comes here. You go around. You're making these events happen. You're an event. You're an event.
Correct. Yeah. ProExpo is the event company, and LivingWell Senior Expo is the event. But ProExpo is the corporation that is the event company that puts it on. And like for instance, WellCare, they're setting up right now. They are one of our sponsors, and they'll do a planting event for us. So they'll be able to paint a pot, plant a plant, and take it home with them. So it's just a little extra fun, because what we're doing is we're learning as we do these events
what people want,
what they are looking, what keeps them engaged, what keeps them here, because what we learned from the first show is before we did the games, before we had WellCare, they would come, they would walk around the booths, and then they would just sit in the chairs waiting for the raffle prizes. So we're like, okay, how can we keep them engaged? How can we keep them engaged to continue to maneuver around our booths? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like we're constantly revolving. Let's put it that way. Ryan Stott, he's the owner of the company. He purchased it like 2 years ago. ProExpo's been doing these expos for 13. This is the 13th year. But Ryan's a new owner, so he's very open to change, but not drastic. You don't want to get away from the senior. We don't want to get away from what's been working, but we just want to improve on it.
So how many vendors? You'll have shows that are bigger than this, and some that are smaller.
Correct.
What's your minimum vendors that you would have at a show?
Minimum is we try to have at least 30, and then maximum I would say 50. And we do that strategically because some people are walking around with canes. Yeah. Some have walkers.
And the venue get to have it in too.
Yeah, and because the casinos, they're getting tougher to deal with. Their prices are going way up. We're finding these community centers work very well. The price point's good, so we don't have to charge the vendors as much, because the vendors are what the people are here for.
Right.
We have to have the right vendors, because the people that they need the services, we want to provide that for them.
So have you reached out? Do you reach out to like all our local vendors, like the eye doctors and stuff in town. You did.
We do. Yeah. And some want to participate, some just don't have the budget, you know. We definitely in the fall we want to spend more time out here, maybe a couple months prior to the show, maybe myself coming out here for a couple days and working out here, going to talk to the people,
vendors,
to local mesquite vendors. That would definitely be our goal for the fall, is more local mesquite vendors.
Okay.
So if they read this or they see this, you know, I would love for them to reach out to me, because we would love to have the more local vendors for sure.
Okay.